It's that time of the month again where I need to make the crossover event between my entertainment channel and this political channel right here. It's to let people know that I have more than one channel. There's a link to it in the pinned comment section. Please check it out. You might enjoy it. So I'm watching this, right? Because it's on every single news media that I can find. It's even in Romania, you get it on television, that Superman went woke and he kissed a bloke. And it's groundbreaking. It's historical. Now, I find it absolutely adorable. I find it really, really adorable that the Western market is trying. You know, it's like the little engine that could. They're really trying to copy Japan because Japan has this juggernaut, this powerful culture called the manga industry, and a branch of it is dedicated to yaoi, where it's all about boys kissing, but it's about boys kissing and making money while doing it because their issues actually sell. Believe it or not, women are the biggest customers for yaoi in Japan. I don't know why, like Yuri on Ice, very deceptively named, may I add. This is something that a girl that I was to be talking with was completely insane about. It's like, oh my god, the new issue of Yuri on Ice, I need to read. Okay, fine. And I'm looking at DC Comics and they probably want some of that. They really want some of that. It's like, look, we got Superman kissing. Why you no buy? Why you no buy? Give us money. Why can't we make yen hand over fist? Look, all the journalists are loving it. Why you no buy? Why you no buy? The Japanese, they're making money. Hand over fist. Why you no buy? Please buy. Please. It's a little bit sad when you think about it. It's a story of envy. But what really is, it's a story of censorship, isn't it? Because there's a lot of people that would want to articulate why they no buy. But they're afraid to do so. They're afraid to do so for two reasons. Either it's because they know deep inside that they can't buy, but they can't articulate, they can't find the right words to formulate the opinion properly. And formulating the opinion is like walking on eggshells, because you may offend someone on Twitter, and then you may lose your job. So, therefore, you keep your mouth shut, you keep your job. But you no buy. Do you see how it goes? And the second reason is that there's people that legitimately don't find this interesting. Right? I mean, not everyone. Kissing a bloke isn't for everyone. But let me articulate it for you, okay? Here's two reasons why people are really eye-rolling at this. First of all, the DC comic industry is completely creatively bankrupt. They don't know what else to do. Like, when is the last time you saw an interesting story coming out? It's like, hey, look, Superman is going to fight such and such. And he's such an interesting villain because he can do X, Y, and Z. And it's such an interesting story. When's the last time you heard something like that coming out of DC Comics? The only thing that's coming out of DC Comics is about the fucking. Oh, now these two characters are gay and these two characters came out of the closet. Like, sexuality is literally the only thing they got. It's shock value, isn't it? At the end of the day. They just try to shock you. And maybe that works for a while, but now, like, I really don't care. If Superman comes as a transgender woman, I wouldn't care. Because it's like, okay, yeah, sure, why not? Well, if Superman comes up as a midget that is now interracial and is like fixing all the check boxes and he's non-binary, and I'm like, okay, you know, why not? It doesn't affect me, but you know what? I know buy. I'm not spending my money unless it's interesting. The last interesting story, which actually came from DC Comics, was Injustice. And Injustice wasn't even their original story. It was Midway, the company that made Mortal Kombat, which came up with the interesting concept. And that's pretty much it. That's it. The end of the road. So that is the first reason why people no buy. You don't have interesting stories anymore. Like, what? Do you want me to read pages after pages of this? Unless it's like only this, and then people have to read it with one hand. Maybe I can try to get my wife to read it. I don't know. But like, this is just meh. Meh tier. I get, like, if I want this, I go to Japan. They have better. Like, they outclass you in every way, shape, and form. And I support diversity. Why would I buy from white people if I want to support diversity? I buy from Asians. Very diverse. Okay, second reason. Second reason is the hypocrisy. Okay? Like, people don't like when you pretend. So this is a historical event, right? Like, Superman's kid is gay. Historical event. This is what a lot of the media is telling me. In order to understand historical events, I like going back to history. So let's go back in time, a couple of thousands of years ago, and look how the world was then. You have Christianity, and Christians were being oppressed in the Roman Empire. If you're a Christian, you got thrown to the lions, you could have been crucified, you could have been crucified upside down, you could have been boiled alive. Like that, there were a lot of ways to punish Christians back then. And if you got captured by some Nordic or some Germanic tribe, and they found out you're a Christian, maybe they would even sacrifice you at an altar. Was it a good time to be a Christian? I don't think anyone is going to argue that back then, Christians were being privileged in any way, shape, or form. Fast forward 200 years, now the Christians are in charge. Every single aspect of human life is dominated in some way or another by the church. And not only that, but the church also has its tentacles in every single business, in every single guild, in every single aristocrat's home. Everyone is a Christian. And you even have the Inquisition, which is tasked on going door to door to root out heresy, to find out who has made a fake conversion, who's not really Christian. So every apparatus in the state is in some way touched by Christianity. Now, you have a couple of individuals, maybe some aristocrat that belongs to the Viking class. I'll probably upset a lot of historians by phrasing it this way, but you know what I mean, like a Jarl or someone. So you may have like some individuals, powerful people, that you know they're not Christians. I mean, these people probably have a huge array of sins behind them, and you know for sure they don't believe in Christ, but they do the conversion anyway. Why do they do the conversion? For cynical reasons. To benefit from the systems of power. They realize that they can't go against Christianity at this point because it's already too dominating. And by converting, they get a lot of perks and bonuses. And they also get the subjects, the Christians, to praise on them and to cheer on them. So they do these cynical conversions. They go on and they pretend that they get baptized. Now, if you were a person that would call it out and they would say, dude, there is no way you converted. There is no way. I don't believe it. You're not a Christian. What do you think would happen? Do you think like everyone would go like, oh yes, you know, you're right. How could we have been so blind? Or do you think that you may get excommunicated, that the Inquisition will go after you, that everyone in the systems of power, who probably they themselves don't genuinely believe it at this point, and they would attack you for calling them out and ruining their cynical game? No, of course not. It's exactly 100% what is happening now with the woke ideology. You have corporations that you know for sure they're not into this. Like, they don't care about it. They don't care about gay people or whatnot. They want to make money. That's what they want to make. They want to make money. But they think that by adding this level of cynicism, by pretending that they care about these issues, then they're going to make money. And if you call them out and you tell them, look, none of this is stunning and brave. Oh, you're a bigot, you're homophobic. Clearly you have some weird agenda trying to destabilize our democracy. It's like, dude, the hell are you talking about? Now, this is the problem, that a lot of people don't like it because they keep saying that this is stunning and brave. This would have been stunning and brave 20 years ago. Okay, if Superman ended up kissing a bloke 20 years ago, it would have been stunning and brave. This would be stunning and brave if you do it in China, if you do it in the Middle East, if you do it in a place where there's still major violations against the LGBT community. Okay, yes, that would be stunning and brave. You're doing it in the United States. Do you know what would be stunning and brave? Putting a MAGA hat on Superman, that would be stunning and brave. Because then there's actual backlash. What backlash do you have from this? Which bank is trying to deplatform you? Which company refuses to do business with you because of this? What backlash are you receiving for this thing which you consider to be stunning and brave? What major institution, what power factor in society? Maybe you get some weird guys on Twitter that are probably laughing at you. They're not even that upset at this point. They're probably going like, yeah, okay, whatever. And that's it. Like, that's the only backlash you're getting. So bravery requires facing some danger. What danger are you facing by doing this? It would be stunning and brave at this point if Superman came out to be for truth, justice, and the American way. Because you'd probably get some people, it's like, oh, what is truth? There is no truth. Truth is subjective. What is the American way? Can you define what it is? What is justice? Oh, social justice or just this basic bitch justice? Blah, blah, blah. So this is why a lot of people are eye-rolling at this, because it's not stunning, it's not brave, it's been done. Like everyone, I don't care about at this point what sexuality your heroes are having. Everyone has already done it. You know, it's just like eye-rolling at this point. It's meh level. So that's why people no buy. That's why people buy manga. So if you want to ask why you no buy, you probably aren't going to hear the result because you censored everyone that is on Twitter and was warning you about it. So, yeah, I guess. Whatever. Now, there is an interesting thing about it. There's the actor who plays Superman on Superman and Lois. And he exactly expresses something else that even I didn't think about expressing. And I'll cover this on my entertainment channel. Crossover event, as I told you. So there's a link. You can click it. And it will take you to my entertainment channel where I'm going to cover this in a little bit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully you now know how to articulate why DC Comics is failing. Number one, they lack creativity. When you have your best foot forward, when the first thing you have to say about the new character is like, oh, he's gay. I'm sorry, but that's boring. It's a trope now. You know, like tropes of women in video games. This is trope of blokes in comic books. I don't know. It's just like, it's been done. All right? So tell me what new superpower he has. Tell me what villains he's going to fight. Tell me what intricate plot there's going to happen. That's what I want to know. Those are the interesting things that would convince me to read the comic book. If I want to see this, I go to manga. They're doing it a lot better. And with prettier characters, by the way. I prefer Yuri, except Yuri on Ice. Again, that's a deceptive name. Do not read Yuri on Ice. You might not like it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.